Naturalized Filipino businessman Mr Wallace has described as impressive the accomplishments of President Rodrigo Duterte in just 100 days of his administration. In a press conference in Malacanang, Wallace singled out the implementation of freedom of information within 6 days of the administration. Wallace also defended the president's style of leadership, as we hear from Rocky Ignacio.
Philippine-based Australian businessman and business development advocate Mr Wallace defended President Rodrigo Duterte's controversial management style. In a press briefing in Malacanang, Wallace said Filipinos voted Duterte for change.
He promised change, and we wanted change, so the people voted for him. And he won overwhelmingly, promising that change. And now people are complaining that he's changed, that he's different. And yet that's what we wanted. We wanted to get away from the old political systems and get to something new and different. Well, we have something new and different. And we need to start to understand and accept what he is. I've been studying this man for quite some time now. I've known him for quite some time. And I know that the way in which he talks is not the way in which he thinks. This is a man who genuinely cares for this country and genuinely cares for its people, and what I particularly like, cares for them out where it really matters, in the provinces where we have the poorest of the poor and the people suffering the most.
Wallace also observed that President Duterte wants to introduce an independent Philippines in the international community.
I don't see him as trying to divorce himself from America. That would make no sense, right? He's just trying to establish an equal partnership, and that's a different thing.
Wallace described the president as a determined leader. He said that the Freedom of Information Act was established 5 days after he assumed post last June.
But I think the one that struck us all immediately was after, 5 presidents, 25 years, we didn't have a Freedom of Information Act. Within 6 days we had one. Just like that. He did the sensible thing, he passed an executive order. So at least the government side, the administration, now has to release information to us if and when we want it. That needs to be institutionalized now and expanded to cover the judiciary and the legislature, so it needs a law, and he's asked for that law to be passed.
The Australian businessman encouraged Congress to hasten the emergency powers for the president to resolve traffic congestion in Metro Manila, but advised motorists to observe traffic discipline as well. For PTV News, Rocky Ignacio.